We just want to pay you. The president now, of course, at Walter Reed, just before he left the White House, he recorded this short video and tweeted it out. Let's take a quick listen.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
President Trump, just before leaving the White House, Anthony, I'm watching that. He's standing there. He's wearing his suit. He looks well, perhaps a little pale. That's all I'm seeing.
A little pale. Perhaps he wasn't wearing the makeup that he sometimes does that gives him a little more color. Looking perhaps a little uneasy, but given the circumstances, I can certainly understand that. I think I'm doing well. A little doubt in the voice of the President of the United States, who normally talks in certainties and with emphasis. So I think this has been a humbling 24 hours for the President, who, as you remember, just yesterday was talking about how the coronavirus pandemic was getting close to the end. So this is definitely, one would assume, to be a shocking development for the president himself.
This is a virus that has humbled the whole world, not just the United States, and certainly not just the White House, and certainly not just the president. We saw with Boris Johnson that having the coronavirus changed his attitude to this illness. He had it very seriously, of course. He was in hospital. He was on oxygen. The president there walking out to Marine One at the White House, looking fit and healthy. It does look like what the White House is saying about this being an abundance of caution is what is happening, because this is a president who can walk by himself. But I wonder, Anthony, whether we might see a similar change in tone, change in political message from this president when he recovers from this virus.
I've been covering the Trump campaign and the Trump White House for long enough to be doubtful about changes in tone and changes in attitude from this president that are permanent in nature. I remember Donald Trump giving a press conference earlier this year where he talked about the friend of his who had passed away from the coronavirus in New York, and there was discussion about how his attitude had changed, how now the virus was really hitting home for him, and it seemed like it did change the White House's emphasis. Donald Trump's personal attitude towards the virus. He started to wear a mask slightly more often. He started to talk about it as a more serious threat. But after time, he went back to focusing on the economy, went back to dismissing mask wearing, dismissing some of the people who were trying on the local and state government levels, trying to impose more strenuous restrictions on businesses and individuals. And here we find ourselves again looking at an uptick in the virus count in places like Wisconsin and the Midwest across the country. So perhaps this will finally drive the point home to Donald Trump that this is a very serious matter, because it's happening to him personally. But I will wait and withhold judgment until I actually see it on the long term.
And we did see him wearing a mask there as he walked out to Marine One, something that he doesn't do very often, and which former White House officials have told me he really does not like to do and doesn't like to be seen to do. So already some change there. Anthony, thank you very much. We have, by the way, been told by the White House that that's what they call a lid for the night. There will be no further statements, no further press briefings from the White House tonight. So we can't expect any more information from that. But let's go quickly to Barbara Plett-Usher up in Walter Reed, where the president now in his executive suite up there at Walter Reed Hospital as night falls on this Friday evening here in Washington, D.C. Barbara.
Yes, and he's very well equipped there. That suite, we understand, is known as an executive medical treatment center, and it has a dedicated staff of doctors and nurses and technicians who are trained to switch over to presidential care from their daily rounds if it should happen. And so they were able to prepare for him very quickly. The place has a lot of office space, we understand, communications, eating facilities. It has places for family members, places for Secret Service to stand as well. And so it is truly equipped for Mr. Trump to continue to do his job from there, as the White House has said he plans to do. And as he got off the helicopter here, he also walked off. He waved at people. There were supporters up against the gate. He waved at them and then got into a car and drove to the hospital. So all along, Caddy, he has given this image of being in control of the situation as he was coming here.
Okay, Barbara Pledasher there at Walter Reed Hospital, where the president has now been admitted. He will be in this executive suite for the next few days. There is a lid from the White House. We will not get any more information out of the White House, as far as we understand it tonight, at least not in an official capacity. Of course, over the course of the weekend, everybody will be monitoring his progress, and we hope that we will hear more from the White House about it over the weekend. From me, Katty Kay in Washington, that's it. Thanks so much for watching this special coverage.